If I gave you $1,000 right now, no job, no connections, could you survive? Or better yet, never worry about money again in just 1 year. Sounds impossible? Well, I've actually done it, and today I'm going to show you exactly how I'll do it again. Step 1. Stop saving. Everyone tells you that saving money is the key to getting rich, but that advice nearly kept me broke. I grew up watching my parents save every penny. I'll buy only what was on sale and even take napkins from McDonald's just to stretch my budget further. But even after all the effort, the worst part is that you can only save as much as you earn. If you're making $1,000 a month, the most you can ever save is $1,000. And that's your savings cap. The bigger problem, saving is the slowest path to wealth. With a 5% inflation rate, that $1,000 you save will lose value. In 1 year, it's worth just $950, and in 3 years, it's down to $850. Saving alone is a losing game. To break that savings cap, you need to increase your income, which leads us to step 2, invest in skills. Want to know the biggest lie I ever believed? It's that working hard gets you rich. I worked weekends, stayed up late, and even skipped trips with friends. I thought it was discipline, but looking back, it was pure desperation. And the worst part was, despite the effort, I still wasn't ahead. Why do some people earn $10 an hour while others make $100? Is it because they work 10 times harder? There's only so much you can achieve within 24 hours. And as long as you keep trading time for money, you will eventually hit a wall. The only real way to break free is to make your time more valuable. And that meant learning new skills. At 17, I made a decision to keep improving myself, and I've stuck with it ever since. Because once you got those skills, no matter what life throws at you, even if you lose everything, you can always rebuild. You won't be starting from scratch, but starting from experience. And the best part, these days you don't even need thousands of dollars to get started. With just an internet connection, you will have access to everything.
Yeah, baby!
YouTube has become my to-go university. Want to learn coding, graphic design, investments? It's all there for free. But learning skills is just one piece of the puzzle. If people don't know you exist, how can they give you the opportunity to shine? Which leads us to step 3, networking. Back in university, I had one goal: land an investment internship. So I did what every responsible student does. I polished my resume, tailored every cover letter, and applied to dozens of banks. The results? Meanwhile, I watched my classmates landing offers left and right. It just didn't make sense. I thought, what am I missing? Then I noticed a pattern. These people weren't just sending resumes, they were getting referred. Someone's uncle worked at a bank, or a friend in HR. That's when it hit me. It's not about what you know, but who you know. I won't lie, it sucks, because I couldn't control who my parents knew or where I came from. It felt so unfair, but I realized while I might not have control over the past, I could control who I'm meeting moving forward. So I started showing up. I attended networking events even when I didn't know anyone. I stayed back after talks to ask questions, not to impress, but because I was genuinely curious and eager to learn. Slowly, people started to notice me and conversations turned into opportunities. But it wasn't my skills or my resume that opened the most doors. It was this one tiny habit: following up. After every event, I would send a short LinkedIn message. Hey, we've met at this event, talked about this topic. Just wanted to say thanks again. Sounds simple, but trust me, it works. In a sea of handshakes and forgotten names, just this one tiny move made me unforgettable. Step 4. Start something. It doesn't have to be perfect or big. A small online store, a tutoring gig, or even a YouTube channel. Whatever it is, just get started. Most people wait until their plan is perfect, but by the time they move, the opportunities gone. For me, that something is this YouTube channel. I didn't have any fancy gear or background in content creation. I just had stories I wanted to share. And yes, I was scared. Scared of how I sound, scared of how I look, and scared of what others might think. My very first YouTube video took me 4 hours to record a 9-minute script, then another 2 weeks to edit. Some videos even took me almost a month to finish just to get 60 views. It was frustrating. It was so discouraging. There were so many moments I wanted to quit. But I didn't. I kept showing up, I kept hitting record, even when it felt like no one was watching. And slowly, my skills got sharper, the fear got quieter, and the results started showing. The truth is, when you start something, there's always a chance you will succeed. But if you never try, the chance is a guaranteed 0. Step 5. Creatively live below your means. Most people think that living below your means means cutting joy out of your life. No fun, no lattes, no life. But that's broken advice. I don't believe in suffering just to save a few bucks. Living below your means shouldn't feel like a punishment, but like freedom. To me, it's about spending smart, not spending less. Using money as a tool to build a life that feels right for you, not one that looks good online. Even if you're starting with just $1,000, your current situation is not your final destination. I followed these 5 steps to go from broke to building something real. But here's the truth. Most people stop here. They watch, they nod, and they do nothing. That's why they stay stuck. Don't make that mistake. Hit subscribe and click here to learn the one move that changed everything.